Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to take a look at order of operations and evaluating expressions. This is part of Unit 1. Your learning objective, which you should write at the top of your notebook, is I can use order of operations to evaluate expressions. Now, there's a question here I got for you. What to light first? You only have one match to the left. You have to light the room with an oil lamp, start a fire to warm the room, and heat your bath water. In order to complete all these above actions, what should you light first? Well, I should probably light the match, right? So, kind of like that match problem, math also has a process that needs to be followed. This is called the order of operations, or many will call it PEMDAS, and you'll see why in a little bit. So, here's what you're going to want to draw in your notes. You're going to want to draw over here this hopscotch kind of looking thing. Go ahead and draw that in quick. And then we're going to fill in what each of these is for. Well, P in PEMDAS is for parentheses. So you're going to do your parentheses first. E is for exponents. You're going to do your exponents next. So exponents is after your parentheses. M is for multiplication. And D is for division. Now, notice how M and D are together like that. Why I have it like that is because you're going to do those at the same exact time. No matter which one comes first, left to right, you're going to do it first. A is for addition, and S is for subtraction. So just like multiplication and division, you're going to do addition and subtraction together. Now, we're going to take a look at exponents just to kind of remind you what they are. Exponents are a very important part of mathematics. It allows us to show multiplication of the same number in a shorthand manner. So instead of writing 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, I've lost how many 2's I've already done, right? You can write it like 2 to the 7th power. What that means is 2 times itself 7 times. Your calculator can do exponents very quickly. Now, on your calculator, what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to look for the little caret button right here. Some of you may have a little bit different looking calculator. If you need to know where that button is, let me know. I will find it for you and we will figure it out together. So normally, some calculators, this is how you're going to use it. You're going to type the base. The base is that big number on the bottom. And then you're going to type the caret button, this little doohickey, this little arrow kind of thing. Press it. And then type the exponent. So the little 3 in the corner. So this would be your base right here. Caret, and then I would write a 3. That's what it would look like on my calculator. So let's take an actual look at some examples of PEMDAS. So I have this problem here. I have 6 minus 2 quantity cubed divided by 2. So very first thing, PEMDAS, gotta think, I gotta do parentheses first. So I'm gonna do parentheses. 6 minus 2, that is 4. So I'm gonna change that into a 4. Got 4 cubed divided by 2. Now I'm done with my parentheses, go down to the E, which is exponent. So I got 4 to the 3rd. So quickly, I'm going to do that on my calculator here. 4 to the 3rd, that's 64. So I got 64 divided by 2. And 64 divided by 2, quickly, going to do that on my calculator. That is 32. So my answer is 32. Notice how I'm showing all my work as I go through these. Just so in case you get the wrong answer at the end, you can go back and check to see where you went wrong. Let's take a look at another example. So I have 5 times 7 minus 4 squared divided by 2. Now, if you had normally just sped through this, it wouldn't have worked. We got to look at this. What is 4 squared? 4 squared, because that's my exponents, right? Because I don't have in parentheses, so I got to do that first. So 5 times 7 minus 4 squared, which is 16. Divide that by 2. I gotta go 5 times 7, I think. Because multiplication and division are at the same time, right? So 5 times 7 is 35. And 16 times 2, or divided by 2, excuse me, that's 8. So I got 35 minus 8. That's 27. So my answer's gotta be 27. Checkpoint. Let's see if we know what we're doing. So either A, you can pause here and try the problem on your own, or you can just continue to watch me work. It depends upon what's going to work best for you. So let's try this problem. Very first thing I got, I notice I have an exponent on the top. Now, whenever this happens, when you get a fraction kind of like this with a division bar right here, this guy, treat the top and the bottom in parentheses. So this guy's parentheses and so is that guy. So treat them as parentheses. So we're going to work on the top first just because it's easier. I notice I have exponents inside, so I got to do that. So I'm going to have 4 plus 3 to the 4th power. Do that on my calculator quick. 3 to the 4, that's 81. And then I got 7 minus 2 down there. I'll take care of him in a little bit. Now let's add the top. 4 plus 81, well that's 85. And then 7 minus 2, that's 5. So I took care of addition and subtraction at the same time, because I can do that, right? 85 divided by 5, well, that's 17. So my answer has to be 17. So what are you going to do when they give you what x equals? This is pretty easy. You've seen this before, I'm pretty sure. So x equals 10. I need to know what to do with that. What this means, I'm going to take this 10 here and I'm going to plug it in for that x right there. So technically this is going to look like this. 4 times 10 plus 50. Notice how I used the parentheses to show my multiplication. 4 times 10, well that's just 40. Whoops, had a malfunction there. Plus 50. 40 plus 50, that's just 90. So you're going to be using PEMDAS yet, but you're just going to do the extra step before that. Let's try it one more time. So I have 3/4 x plus x squared when x is 5. So I'm going to take this 5 here, and I'm going to pop it here and there. So I'm going to have 3/4 times 5 plus 5 squared. So think of my PEMDAS here, parentheses, I don't have any, but I do have an exponent, so I gotta go 5 squared. So 5 squared is 25. Okay. 3/4 times 5. I'm gonna multiply that out like I would with a fraction. So 3/4 times 5, so 3 times 5, that's 15. And 4 times 1 is 4. That's 25. Now I got to add here, because remember, addition comes after multiplication. So 15 over 4 plus 25, that's 115 over 4. That's a lot though, right? Because if you think about it, 25 is 100 over 4. Oops. Now if you want that as a decimal, that's 28.75. Depends on how you think of it better. We're going to lean more to fractions in this class, but if you need to look at the decimal to kind of see the right answer, by all means. And that's the end of this video. See you later.